So we've had an interesting find recently on Horizon, and shout out to your Soul Reaper in my Easter egg hunting group. We've been working on the impossible Easter egg, and during that, we've come across some stuff that we didn't know what it was. He had posted these videos saying that he found a weird light orb thing in the sky flying around. Soul Reaper said, it seems to be an orb that flies around the map in a repeated cycle and flashes at certain spots and glows blue and green. Also, the orb looks like it's close, but it's super far out of bounds and moving pretty fast. He showed some video footage from theater mode and said that it was from a game where he had done the main Easter egg. He goes on to say that he watched it for a while and it stops at like 5 spots, flashes once, then switches locations, but it always loops around and always flashes at the same spot. Here's the theater footage here that he posted, and you can see that light orb flying from the left and then to the right. And then he showed a clip where you could see it flashing a little bit. Then he flew out there to get really close to it to see if he could see anything. And yeah, it's just this giant orb. It's got a little bit of a blue ring light to it, and it's definitely flashing and moving. And also shout out to Codename Pizza. He was live streaming today and saw it for the first time. And it's crazy to think that we have never noticed this all these years. So now we're like, okay, is this an Easter egg that we need to hunt? What is going on here? And pretty quickly, we got some people that got into the code and were able to identify what this was and see the string of code and what it's doing. During the main Easter egg on Horizon, you're trying to get Dempsey's Pod down. And apparently, this is Dempsey's Pod that is orbiting and flying around. And shout out to Zeroy and also Vertassier on Twitter. Hopefully I'm saying that right. He posted saying, looking at the code, it shows that the FX spawns 60 seconds after the intro text and keeps playing in a loop until the safe is opened. And here's the coding here he posted, and yeah, it's called Dempsey's Rocket Twinkle, and then it shows some of the mechanics and what it's doing. It's waiting for certain events so it can keep moving and orbiting. And like he said, the orb will stay in the sky until you open the safe during the Easter egg step, and then obviously you're going to bring Dempsey down and you won't see it any longer. And some of us Easter egg hunters have been talking and we're thinking, yeah, this is all this is. There's not going to be anything more to it, but it's always worth a check to go in and just make sure. And I had made a previous video speculating about the jump scare on Horizon, and I thought that there wasn't one planned, but it looks like, yes, there was a jump scare planned for this map, and we never got it. And it probably got cut, which is so unfortunate because Horizon is such an iconic map, and it would be cool to have one. But when I see things flying in the sky, I definitely want to sniper scope it, and that's just like the perfect opportunity for a jump scare. And there's most likely not a jump scare here, but I would guess that this could have been talked about as far as this is where they were going to put it. But this is probably just the end of this. Again, it's just for storyline and for effects. Obviously, his pod's flying around, we're shooting it down. That's a pretty big event, so it makes sense that they would want to have some animation to represent that. And if anything else is found, obviously, we'll keep you updated. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you next video.